Hi, this is Jody Beck from Jody's Gems Quilting. Today I'm just going to share something I've been doing for over 30 years, and I've given them as gifts. I make them for myself, and now I seem to always be making them when I need them for the kitchen, for my bathrooms, and they are crocheting the tops on towels. Whether for the kitchen, I can use kitchen towels, bathroom towels. My mom just gave me these last year and said, "Oh, please do these for me." And she can do them, but she just doesn't. She's just give them to me so I can do them. And what you do is you take your towel, you cut it in half with scissors, really simple to do, and then you either zigzag or you serge the edge, the top edge. I don't know if that shows up, if you can see that. But anyway, I serged these because my serger was out, and you just go across the tops of each of the towels. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get some yarn, and this is just inexpensive yarn I've had around the house. I just collect it wherever I'm at. And what you're going to do is you're going to start out by taking a small, let's see if I can get this, see if my tripod will hold this up. My apologies. And I start out with the yarn, your towels, and a really small, fine crochet hook, a small one. I just pick one. Whatever I happen to get that I can grab the yarn and bring it through, and this is for putting it on the towel. This is actually a number 5. And then I use a crochet hook for the rest of it to crochet on there. And this is whatever I can find at the time. This is an H, this is an I. This particular set is an H that I've used. The one thing is you have to make sure, like I do a bunch at once, you have to make sure that you put them together in a bag and that you don't forget what size you used for that particular one. Anyway, and in a nutshell, if you're already a crocheter and you know how to do this, we're going to go in on this side, and we're going to go into about I'll show you how to do that, every 3/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch, whatever. I have a rhythm and I just fit it in there. You're going to attach the yarn to it with a chain, single crochet I think is what it would be called. Then I double crochet the first, what I consider the first row, in every stitch. Then I double crochet in every other stitch of the next 2 rows. Then I go back and double crochet in every stitch, every other, down to, I think I do every other one. Then I take it down and I bring it down to 6. So whatever this is right here, I go ahead and bring it down to 6 stitches, and then I do 6 stitches all the way up, double crochet, until I have enough to bring over. And it's usually about 8 or 9 rows. And for me, I just try to finish. Wouldn't make any difference actually, but I try to finish with this row right here. It just looks like more of a lacy finished edge on the top. So it would be on the back side as you're doing it, and when you bring it over, you flip it. As you can see, then I sew a button on, and it's ready to put over your door cabinet handles. It's ready to put on a hook underneath your cabinet, and I just poke it through between 2 of the stitches. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to start out with your yarn and your towel. And I take this and I dig into that outside edge. Where's my camera? There we go. Go into the outside edge and go down just about a 1/4 inch, dig through, pull the yarn through. So I've gone down, pulled it through, and then I have, in this case, my serging threads and my yarn, and I'm going to run those right along the back side as I go to do this. And I do everything fast, so I hope I can slow down long enough to show you this. You're going to go with your crochet hook, you're going to go around and bring it through. That's a chain. You're going to dig into the next one, you're just going to pick a spot, go in, wrap the yarn around, and bring it through. Now you can manually or physically just wrap it around, or in this case what I do is I learned how to do this. I can't do this knitting, but I can do it crocheting. I wrap it around over the top, and then I keep this loose. This is my tension, and you just create enough tension. You don't want it too tight, and at the same time you don't want it too loose. And as you'll see, I'm crocheting right over the top of my threads and my yarn so that I can it's called burying it in there. I don't have to go back and thread it through. It's just in there as I go. Okay. And if you just use an expensive yarn, but it will separate. So you have to make sure that you keep it together. You're going to do this all the way across the entire towel. Okay? So you'll see I just have my own distance, probably 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch. There you go. Sometimes you'll get a thread from the fabric, from the towel, and you just release that or let it go. Once you have this completely done, all the way to the end, you're going to go back and you're going to chain 2. You're going to switch your crochet hook when you get to the end. You're going to chain 1, wrap it around, chain 2, and then you're going to wrap it around and go in that first stitch. Hope that makes sense. And you're going to turn it and double crochet all the way across. I'm actually working from the outside of my skein because I have another towel that's on the inside. So let me switch to that. Okay. And if you lose a stitch like I did, pulled half of it out, just go back and grab for it, or go back a stitch. So once you have that done and you've stitched all the way across, then you're going to go back. You're going to wrap your yarn around, go in, wrap it around again, pull it through, wrap around again, pull it through again, wrap it around again, and pull it through again. Now I call this a double crochet. I don't actually go back and look at the book to see how to do it. I do this often enough that I can remember. And I did an entire afghan in high school thinking it was a double crochet, and I think it was a half. Somebody told me years later. I was like, oh, whatever, as long as you do it the same. So wrap it, go in, wrap it around, bring it through, wrap it around, bring it through 2, wrap it around and bring it through 2. Wrap it around, go in, grab another one, grab again, go through 2, grab again, go through 2. You're going to do that all the way to the end of the row. At the end of the row, you're going to chain 2 and turn. Does that make sense? Turn it. And you're going to work all the way across. And in this case, I did one in every single chain on the first one, then I skipped one. So in that case, you're going to do it in the first one. You're going to come over and skip one stitch and go in the next one. Skip one and do it in the next one. Okay. So that you've got holes in there and it tightens it up. So when you get that done and you've gone all the way up again, it's every row, every stitch in the first row, every other in the second and third row. Fourth row is every stitch. Fifth row is every other. Sixth row is bringing that down to 6. So if you see here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to eliminate 2 of those. So I'm going to stitch in almost every one and skip a couple in there just to bring it down evenly to 6. And then I did that first row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's usually 9 or 10 rows roughly to get to the edge, as long as you want. You can make this as long as you want, but I find it works really good to hang on my kitchen cabinets. Works good on my bathroom. I can hang it on a hook. I added a ring in my bathroom, a bathroom ring, towel ring, and it's above the towel bar. And so my buttons were up here, but then my towel was hanging down below. So I have to go back and sew the button back on, and then I can stitch it here and do it. Because the towels were already done, I didn't want to redo them. But now it will hang and it won't be hanging down on the bath towels. So anyway, if you are a non-quilter and a non-crafty type person, I do have some other brand new patterns. I usually do quilt patterns, but this is my newest, not my idea, but my pattern because we couldn't find one written. The Twisted Star Ornament, which has gone crazy. And you can find that at your local quilt shops, or you can order it from my website at www.jodysgemsquilting.com. I also have other things from ornaments, quilts, placemats, table runners. This is my new backpack pattern, which is just super easy. Lightweight. I love it to take into the city to go shopping or just go in for the weekend with my husband. It's lightweight. I can put bottled water in there and all the stuff I need without having a lot of weight there. And I use them at home every day too. This one is my newest pattern and for quilts, and I just love it. I took one of my other patterns and built it bigger, made it bigger. So anyway, I hope this helps you, and I did it just for me because I can never remember what I do. Have a great day from Jody's Gems Quilting. Thanks. Bye.